The basement window. I was 14 the first time I was left home alone overnight. My parents were going to a wedding 2 hours away and didn't think it was worth dragging me along. We lived in a quiet suburb, the kind of place where neighbors wave at you and streetlights flicker around 6. Nothing ever happened here, or at least nothing that made the news. I wasn't scared when they left. I was actually kind of excited. I had snacks, video games, movies queued up, the whole house to myself. I told my mom I'd lock every door and keep my phone on me. She kissed my head and reminded me to turn off the lights before bed. The night started off perfect. I played online with friends, ordered pizza, and blasted music louder than I ever could with my parents home. It was around 10:30 when things started to feel off. I was in the kitchen getting a drink when I thought I heard a tap. Just one. It sounded like it came from the back of the house. I paused my music and waited. Nothing. I went to check the back door, and it was locked. All the windows shut tight. Maybe it was the ice machine or something. I brushed it off and went back to the living room. At around 11, I heard it again, but this time it wasn't a tap. It was a soft scraping sound, like something was being dragged slowly across a hard surface. I muted the TV and held my breath. It came again. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. It was coming from the basement. I crept over to the door that led downstairs. It was shut, just like I'd left it. But the sound was louder now, like it was right below the door. I texted my friend Owen. "Dude, I think someone's in my basement." He sent back laughing emojis. I wasn't laughing. Slowly, I opened the door just enough to peek through. Pitch black. I flipped the switch. The light didn't come on. At this point, I was sweating. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe the old dryer was cycling or something. I shut the door again, locked it, and went back to the couch. But I couldn't focus on the screen anymore. Then, the worst sound yet. My phone buzzed. It was Owen again. "Yo, check your basement window. I swear I saw something behind you on FaceTime." I hadn't noticed the small window in the video chat reflection earlier, but now I was frozen. I slowly turned toward the back window in the kitchen, just above the basement. Nothing there. I grabbed a flashlight and decided to check the outside. I didn't want to, but not knowing was worse. I stepped out the front, went around the side of the house, and crept toward the basement window. It was open. Not wide, just cracked. But it had definitely been shut. And right below it, drag marks in the dirt, like something or someone had crawled through. I backed up, heart pounding, and sprinted back to the front door, and it was locked, but not by me. From the inside. I started pounding on it, yelling. I didn't even care how loud I was. I ran to the neighbors, but no one answered. Finally, I remembered the spare key under the garden rock. I grabbed it, got inside, slammed the door shut, and called my parents in a panic. I told them everything. My dad said he'd call the police. I locked myself in the upstairs bathroom, sitting in the tub with a knife from the kitchen. When the police arrived 20 minutes later, they searched the entire house. They didn't find anyone. But in the basement, one officer found muddy handprints on the inside of the walls. And near the furnace, tucked behind old storage bins, they found something worse. An old sleeping bag candy wrappers. An empty bottle of water. Someone had been living down there. I never heard them come or go, and we still don't know how long they'd been there. I haven't stayed home alone since.